Tyler Lansdowne and Derek Hertzig put out their first Injustice 2 livestream, which is being called the Watchtower livestream, and Ed Boon was generous enough to come on the stream and answer some Twitter questions the guys at NetherRealm asked us to do yesterday, or whichever day you're watching this. There wasn't a ton of breaking news, nor is there a ton to cover from their first stream, but we did get our first look at Robin in gameplay, and I do have a Robin gameplay video breakdown planned hopefully pretty soon, like tomorrow, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you all the notable information that came from the stream, just in case you missed it. So if you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. When they were going over some of the questions that were asked, I was really hoping they would give us a little more story details. I understand that the stream wasn't going to be fully dedicated on the questions and story mode content and such, so we really didn't get that much on the story, but that's not to say that we didn't get anything. In this clip I'm about to show you, Ed Boon promises that we will have the biggest story mode in Injustice 2 that they have ever done. Tyler Lansdowne also said that we will see a future Watchtower livestream dedicated to the story mode in Injustice 2.
Caboose XBL. Besides the gear system, what would you say is the most ambitious thing about Injustice 2?
The story mode. The story mode is people are going to love it. It's just amazing. It's a fantastic, you know, the ultimate Justice League cinematic experience, you know, interactive cinematic experience. It's so cool to see these characters interacting with each other, participating in the fights. You know, we're doing a lot of cool new stuff with our story mode. It's huge. It's epic. I cannot wait for people to see this thing. It's just awesome.
And we'll be going into the story mode in future streams, and there's some pretty neat stuff that we have not announced yet. I think we will, actually.
Yeah.
You're doing takes again. I love the takes.
Something pretty exciting that did get my attention was that we will be getting more gear characters for other characters besides Supergirl, Green Lantern, and the Flash. Like we already know, Supergirl is getting a Power Girl skin, Green Lantern will get a John Stewart, the Flash, Reverse Flash, and everything. I have made a video talking about the possible gear characters that could appear in Injustice 2, so if you haven't already, go check it out up on the YouTube cards, and then come back to this video. I talk a lot about the gear characters, and which ones I believe will show up in the game for the other characters.
Will more characters receive premiere skins other than Supergirl, Green Lantern, and Superman?
Yes.
Now Ed Boon did talk a little bit about the DLC subject and gave some pretty good information to start off with. So to start with this, a question was asked twice, and they actually went over it twice, and that was if the Injustice 1 DLC characters will be making a return to Injustice 2. Ed Boon did say it was possible the first time, and then the second time he said it, or he answered the question, he said it was not likely we will see them on the main roster, but that doesn't erase the possibility of them showing up at all in Injustice 2.
Is it possible for the DLC in Injustice Gods Among Us be able to make it into Injustice 2?
It is possible.
Will old Injustice DLC characters be in the main roster?
Not likely. Our main goal is to fill it with as many new characters, but that does not necessarily mean you will never see them again in the future.
Personally, I don't see any of the Injustice 1 DLC characters making it into the main roster, nor do I see them making it in as DLC. I remember Ed Boon saying that Rain wasn't going to be in MKX as DLC because he was already DLC in the last game, and he said he didn't want to make you pay for the same DLC character twice. And whether or not they will keep their word on this for this game, it's still up in the air and all, but I really don't see NetherRealm adding characters as DLC for this game that were already added in the last game. The only character I could see maybe returning, and this is a maybe, don't freak out, is Batgirl. The reason why I say this is because Boon did recommend us to read the Killing Joke graphic novel to prepare us for Injustice 2, and if you guys didn't know already, Batgirl or Barbara Gordon does play a role in there. So, like I said, maybe, and we will have to see in time. Another thing relating to DLC for the game that was pretty much confirmed on the stream was that Injustice 2 will have the longest running DLC span, so that means we could expect seasonal DLC for this game that will last for a pretty long time, similar to how MKX was with the combat packs. We got like 2, and I believe Combat Pack 2 was released a year after MKX, or like it was supported a year after release and stuff like that. So maybe we could expect seasonal DLC for Injustice 2 that will last maybe 2 years before the next MK game goes into development. I can't really tell you how long they're planning to support the game, they didn't answer that, but they did say the longest span So again, we will have to see in time, and this is where like fighting games are going. Fighting games are going the seasonal DLC route, where they have like season 1 of DLC, season 2, like Street Fighter 5 does that. Now NetherRealm's gonna be doing that. This is where fighting games are going, and I like it with NetherRealm games because NetherRealm games, they gave you a complete roster at launch. We're gonna be getting 31 characters at launch plus 9 more, which is 40 characters. Like, you know, day 1 DLC, I know some people have issues with that, but that's pretty much 40 characters with the 9 DLC characters in that Ultimate Edition. That's a pretty complete roster with just 31, but 40 is just pretty insane. And imagine how much more we're going to be getting. Maybe close to 50. That's going to be insane. That's just going to be insane. But let's move on to the next thing we're going to be talking about in this video.
Is there any specific character you can't wait to release? Will there be more DLC content for I2 than any other we've had before?
Yes, I think we mentioned that before. We're going to have our longest span of DLC characters, and the character that I can't wait to I can't mention.
Okay, we're stuck there.
All right.
Lastly, I'm going to be going over something that I know a lot of people have been concerned and questioning about, and that is the microtransactions issue, or if this game is paid to play. Ed Boon and the team have been a little quiet about it, so it kind of seemed to us that the gear system would be heavily a part of the microtransactions and all, but Ed Boon did address this issue himself and the questions and everything, so I'll let you guys see it for yourself.
Is Injustice 2 pay to win?
Absolutely not. You know, that's one of the most a pretty frequent question that's being asked. We are absolutely not going to make a system where people can pay and, you know, get gear and stuff like that. Our gear makes it affects gameplay. So we're not going to let the people with, you know, who throw money at it. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely not.
So there you guys have it. You won't be able to buy the gear in the game with actual money. This is actually great news because it would be a really big issue if we were able to buy gear, as it would really affect the gameplay pretty hard and all, just tons of balancing issues, and it would just be a huge mess. So I'm glad Ed Boon did give us a definitive statement, and a good definitive statement. One thing that I forgot to mention is that the beta codes for Injustice 2 are live right now, so be sure to double check your emails if you got a code or not, and if you didn't, don't worry, they did say that you will eventually get an email with your beta code, and then you can play away. With all that being covered, what did you guys think of the live stream and the information we got? Did you guys get a beta code, and if so, how are you guys enjoying the game so far? I still need to get mine, and I'm so anxious to play this game, so leave your comments down below. Make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe for more things Injustice 2. My name is Brustball Productions, and I'm out for now.